All right, my darling Libra, I didn't forget you this month. Isn't that wonderful? So this will be your reading for May. I hope you got through April okay. It was quite a doozy, wasn't it? We're looking forward at integration. We are now in tourist season, nice and earthy, stable, really coming through to a season change as well. So down here in the Southern Hemisphere, we are in autumn, just going through that Samhain portal and looking towards consolidating into winter mode. And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, you'll be doing the opposite. So it's nice that we can still find a collective narrative, no matter what the season, no matter where we're at, no matter how much we are identifying with our part in the world or the place that we hold in the world. It's just lovely that we can all connect so easily online and still relate to each other. Fascinating. I find that even my friends that are on the other side of the world can still feel the collective shifts. They can still feel what's happening and notice the patterns. It's really heartwarming because we know that we're all going through somewhat of a similar experience. It's just the details are different. Our own personal take on it is different, but we are all connected and we're divinely connected to nature. So even though our environment is different, we can still hear the same whispers. And I love that. Okay, my darling Libra, we different to last month, and what I'm doing with all the readings is one extra card. We're going to use an anchor card this month, which means what's the overall theme? And then the 3 cards will be how it's going to play out and the different levels of awareness that we need. And as always, we'll pull a Stalk Your Shadow card just to be mindful of what in the shadow might come to the surface, or maybe there's an opportunity. So I was saying this to one of my clients this morning, that it's almost like when the shadow comes to the surface, it's like your guide's offering you a box with a bow on it, saying you don't have to open it, but the timing is right for you to open it. Now, what's in the box, we don't know, but it's usually a collection of maybe some old traumatic imprints, some stuff that you've stashed a while ago. It might be a dense emotional situation. It might be something from your childhood that really gives you a thread of how much you can heal. So when the box is presented, it takes courage to open it, but a lot of people say, why is this happening now? Like, why is this so difficult? Why is this all happening? And I say, your guides are just offering you a box because they can see that the conditions are perfect for you to open it. Now, they're not saying it's going to feel nice. They're not saying that it's not going to hurt or you're not going to cry or any of those things. They're just saying that if you did open it now and you trust us, you'll actually get through some really dense healing that needs to happen. And you'll be better off out the other end, but it is an inconvenience. It will slow you down. We're going to have to do all that work. We're going to have to be in touch with our feelings and our bodies and need people to help us through. But if you're handed a box in April or this month, the box is presented to you, grab your support network, stabilize your environment, and have the courage to open it. And please be safe in that. So please have people around you that can help you unpack it, because the opportunity is that things will make sense when you do. It's like when the conditions are right, you open up and go, oh, I see how that relates to that. And I see how that wounding is playing out on me now. And I see how my pain in one part of my body relates to that. It's like we open, we go, wow. And then as it all settles, we have the clarity of, I get it. I get what my trauma responses are. I get what my intuition was telling me. I understand why I reacted in that way. I get that I made a mistake. Now I know how to move forward with all of this knowledge. But please be safe when you open the box. So anchoring theme, this actually came up for a lot of different signs this month, is Queen of Cups. So we're looking at a person or yourself or a part of yourself that really honors the power of watching your emotions, watching your emotional tides, and gazing into the depths of them, because they are incredibly deep and wise, the information that you can find in there. So instead of just saying, I can't believe why I'm angry, I'm going to go distract myself, Queen of Cups says, go into it, understand it. She is gazing into a chalice, but the lid is on. She's been given a box by the universe, and your guides are saying, if you open the box and you look deeply, as if you were gazing upon someone else's life and witnessing it and trying to extract all the wisdom so that you could help them move forward, do that for yourself. It's such an honor. And don't be afraid to open it and gaze in. She's a queen that is very sensitive, very emotional, isn't quick to react, won't blame or shame people. She will sit in her wisdom and her knowing longer than anyone else. She will gaze deeper into the emotional waters and the tides, and she can learn from other people's emotional responses too. So maybe the box is a box full of your stuff, but maybe the box has been given to you so you can understand why others have such strong emotional reactions to something that you've done, something that you've said, or maybe they're not reacting at all, which can be equally as frustrating, can't it? But it's all in that box. So it does tell me that May is a time where you might be doing a lot of inner work. It's a great time to get out the journals. It's a great time to do all the self-care. Self-care is generally the stuff you need to do to emotionally regulate, to find safety more often in your body. It's that boring stuff that we all avoid. It's the meditation, the journaling, the breath work, the singing, dancing, moving, exercising stuff that will stimulate the vagus nerve, your parasympathetic nervous system, so that you can get out of fight and flight. When we're trying to get out of fight and flight, we try not to do anything that involves fight and flight, which is extreme decisions, going out there and doing too much, paying for elaborate ways to take care of yourself. It's actually very simple, or needs to be simple. Ace of Swords tells me that the reason why we're opening the box is just to make sure that we are finding brand new perspectives, brand new belief systems, and a fresh start in the mind. So Ace of Swords would tell me that we're looking for that aha moment, that revelation, that epiphany. And we basically keep on opening things out of the box until we find it. So it's like, okay, this feels crap. I don't like this relationship. I don't know what to do here. Here's my childhood. Here's every relationship I've had. Here's the past partner. Pay attention to your dreams when Queen of Cups comes in, because she'll speak to you during your dreams, not while you're demanding her to while you're awake. Remember, it's watery, it's gentle, it's calm. It can be forceful at times, but it comes through your intuitive senses. And we're looking for that aha. You'll know it when you find it. It'll be a deep dream state, a revelation during meditation, something that comes to you in the shower, in the bath, because we're looking at water energy. And it will be something like a light bulb going off in your brain, which will represent a sense of victory. Because if you've been trying to figure something out with your mind only, expecting as you're running around every day for it to just pop in, and a lot of people do this, I do it too. I say to my guides, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, but can you please send me the sign? And they said, no, that's not how it works. You approach stillness, and in the stillest moments, everything will be revealed. So if we are still connected to water, which might be swimming, watching a water source, a lake, the beach, something like that, in the bath, in the shower, still and receptive, they will provide the light bulb. Now, the light bulb will represent, I get it. And everything should be offered to you in the sense of, I finally understand everything that I've been resisting, or something that I've been holding back, or maybe something that's been clouded to me, which will represent a victory, meaning that we don't have to go forward making the same mistakes. We don't have to go forward in ignorance anymore. We don't have to repeat the same pattern. So Queen of Cups is sitting there and helping you to ruminate and to think deeply and emotively about what's not working. Old paradigms of thought, old belief systems, right? This new revelation has the power to knock out the story about yourself that you had before. So if you finally understand, for example, say you open the box and you look at it and go, well, I don't know why this is happening, and it relates to that. And in the box, there's a revelation. Oh my goodness, it's all been a trauma response. And I haven't properly dealt with the event that triggered the whole response of fight and flight, freeze or fawn. Now that I get it, I can understand how to move forward and be aware of the trauma response as it comes up. So if we know that our seed event, which is a trauma event, we hope is the first that sets off a ripple effect, if we know about it, and it's usually from earlier childhood, and we think about our trauma responses then, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, we can then understand how it plays out over time. So if you know every time you get scared, you're going to go into a flight mechanism and leave the room or jump on a plane or run away in some adult form, when you feel that tension, you can stalk it and say, oh, okay, I really have these fantasies about running away or leaving the room. Okay, if I'm in a trauma response, what do I need? I need to actually feel as safe as possible. And I need to communicate my needs and understand from that intuitive place, that feeling place, I'm scared. This is not the same situation as it was in my past. I feel like running away. This is my trauma response. How am I going to deal with it this time? So we can change the reaction to a response, right? Because if we can do that, the reward is Nine of Cups says, look how far you've come. Really start valuing your time, your energy, your emotional field, your fulfillment. This card relates to actual confidence, not arrogance, not cockiness, not competitiveness. It's like banking self-worth cups until you are sitting in a place where you can say, I've done the work. I know who I am. I value my time. I value my genius. This card also has a bit of a reminder around, are you valuing your time? Are you doing things in accordance to your needs? Or are you making yourself small to try and win the approval of others? And these will be playing out together. It's the aha moment that leads us to a sense of, wow, I'm so glad I understand this information now. This is awesome. I don't have to repeat the same mistakes. And then now that I've done all this work, I really need to value my time more and actually spend time, energy, money on the things and the projects and the people and the environments that value me also. But generally, Nine of Cups comes in to check your behavior and your attitude towards everything that you've built and the incredible amount of self-worth that is available to you. So this is the ultimate card for feeling and reminding yourself how much you've done and how powerful you are and how sovereign you can be and how accepting of yourself you can be. And it's really a check in on that. Or are you wasting time in the wrong places with the wrong people because they're expecting you to overgive and they're expecting you to do everything for them and they're expecting you to prioritize their needs over yours? Nine of Cups comes in and says, like, where are we actually at here? And with Queen of Cups energy and Nine of Cups energy there, it's like, where are we actually at? What are we going to do with it? Here are all your resources, all the things that you've done. And I have to remind my students and clients all the time, it's like, you've done the work, you're going through the emotions, you're going on the journeys, you're asking your guides, you're dreaming, you're manifesting, you're hacking, you're planning. And on the outside, it looks like it's all working out for you, but you've done the work. So make sure you value that and don't give away your time for free to people that don't appreciate it. Nine of Cups often comes in as a step on up now. You've done the work. Where are we going next? And Queen of Cups will help you to intuitively and emotionally feel into, yes, I have done all that work. Yes, my self-worth is better than it has been in a long time. Do I value myself fully? And if I did, what would I be doing differently? Very, very cool. All right. I hope that makes sense. I'm looking forward to hearing about your aha moment. For those of you that are working with your guides and pretty intuitive, you may have already had that aha moment. So sometimes when readings come in for people that are already bridging time, this is just a confirmation of what you've already experienced. You've already had the aha, you've already felt the sense of victory, and now you're looking towards, do I actually value my time? The shadow card might be the card that will help you gaze into the chalice more and draw it out. So those of you that are used to shadow work and you do a lot of it and it's not scary and you love it, gaze into the chalice and pull something out, because it's better than waiting for some event, some glitch. We call it, we're thrown under the bus again. Something feels awful for us to go, okay, shadow work is needed. But you guys got the Fairy Wren 33. So Fairy Wren, it serves the Fairy Wren to actually be as diverse as possible with its environment, its people, its partners, its whatever. Fairy Wren does not do it the way that it's meant to do it. So the shadow aspect is, are you fully okay with the part of you that isn't operating like everybody else? Or are you fully okay with the part of you that's operating outside of what is expected of you? The shadow part will be, I've done all the work, but I'm actually so afraid that people will judge me or find me intimidating if I actually go out there and achieve the thing. So Fairy Wren says, it's okay that you move around. It's okay that you get things quickly. Queen of Cups is slowing you down just for a moment, so then you can use your energy in the right way. So it usually just looks like a slight perspective shift. Timeline comes through and you go, oh, this way, I get it. But we have to sit in those waters first. We have to sit in the emotions. I know it's difficult, but Fairy Wren says it's okay to change your mind, change your timelines, change your future, change your belief systems, change what you need with people as soon as you need it, rather than this expectation that I have to be this way because that's what other people deem safe and I've got to be predictable for them or whatever it is, right? New idea says, that's interesting. Now I can view my life from this perspective and lose the attachment to how other people are going to be okay with that. A Fairy Wren always comes through when I'm worried about people keeping up or them understanding where I'm going next. Fairy Wren comes through and says, stop waiting around. You don't need to. You just have to be honest, authentic along the way and let people know that you change often and you're in one of those change portals and I'll see you on the other side. And the right people will love that. So I hope that helps, my dear ones. I will see you next month. Much love. Bye.